Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's video is part 2 of my red grungy folio. In this video, I'm going to create the inclusions and also decorate around my folio. If you haven't watched part 1 of this project, it will be linked down below in the description so you can watch it and then come back to this video. I want to decorate this. I don't want to add any pocket to this. I just want to add a cluster decoration. I want to create something for this, and I found this piece of ephemera here, which I think looks very nice in the pocket, but unfortunately when I put it in the pocket it's not easy to pull it out because it's just as big as the pocket. So usually what I do in these cases is I glue it down on a piece of paper and I cut it in a bigger size, and that's what I'm going to do. And I was thinking that I also want to give this little piece a tab, so I'm going to glue it, leaving a little bit of space on top so I can create the tab. And I left a little bit here, just like I did on this side. I think I'm going to do the same on the bottom. And to create the tab, I'm going to use this as my template. This is just one of those, how are they called? They are for those ring binders, dividers for ring binders. I'm just gonna cut on the line that I made. Decided to make some flower cards. I was thinking for this, this pocket is a little bit bare for my taste, so I was thinking about adding some decoration, and I wanted to use the little envelope that I made, of thinking for this, this pocket is a little bit bare for my taste, so I was thinking about adding some decoration, and I wanted to use the little envelope that I made, for the belly band, but this one broke, so I just glued it down all together, and I think it looked very nice paired with the background. And I just wanted to add maybe something like this. So while I was off camera, I was playing with some new dies I just got, and I added this tab and this little label here to this piece, and it was just an improv thing, and that's why I wasn't filming. So I'm sorry that you didn't get to see that, but I just die cut them and glue them down, so nothing too spectacular, I guess. And now we want to move on to make the other two of these cards that the two papers I'm going to use for the other two pieces of ephemera with the flowers are these two. I already glued them down and rounded the corners, so all I have to do is ink them up and decorate them. What I want to do is I have a couple of ideas for these tiny envelopes. As you may know, if you watched part 1 of this video, I have little pockets here behind this envelope, so I can actually tuck something in it. And I decided I have these 3 labels here. These are stickers actually, and of course they are red, so they pair very well with the thing, and they do fit in the pockets. I just have to trim them a little bit. I'm just going to glue them down on patterned paper. I'm gonna cut them out and use them as inclusion just as they are. Of course I'm gonna ink them up, but I think they're just perfect the way that they are. I'm also going to find something to tuck in the envelopes, and I'm probably going to use I have these little blocks of papers. They're very tiny, and I just love using them as tiny ephemera inclusions for my junk journals, because if I have like a very tiny pocket, I just pop them in, and whoever receives the junk journal can use them to maybe further decorate their the junk journal itself, really. So I'm probably gonna do a couple for each envelope, and then I'm gonna ink them up Okay, so I just made this tag. This is gonna be an inclusion, and the base was packaging from some stickers that I had, and to cover the back I glued it down on a piece of cardstock, the one that I used before, and of course I then decorated it. I added some die cuts, and then I added some images. I added this big 5 here, a flower, and a little tab. And the next thing, I have this piece of ephemera that you can see is already inked up because I wanted to use it for another project, but I ended up not using it. I could add a little something to it. Let's see. I also added some little labels to the envelopes, as well as I added like some inclusions here. I had this stamped image here, just cut it out, ink it up, and use it as a little inclusion here. And I also added this, which is one of my famous slide specimen cards. This is how it looks. I made this one in a video, actually, so you can find it under my Preserve Through Time playlist. That's the name of my specimen slide card collection, and I think it looks, the color of this slide and the style really goes really well with this folio, so I just popped it in there. So let me recap what I created so far. So in this folio, I created these inclusions here. I used this stamp field label. I stamped it 3 times on some craft cardstock. Then I chose 3 stickers with these red flowers on, and I created a tab, and then I die cut some of the numbers. Also created these, I don't know how to call this. This is not really a tag because it doesn't have a tag shape, but it's similar. And I just created a cluster and I added this writing extraordinary. And as you can see, I did extra by, I cut out the letters on a piece of red cardstock, and then I glued the sort of negative of the letters on a piece of paper that had this glittery washi tape. And then ordinary I just die cut and glued down like this, and I chose this picture with a little flower, and I added a tab with this stamp, and it just goes here. And the next thing I want to do, I want to add a cluster here. I decided that here in the middle I will add a cluster. I already have my pieces picked out. I'm going to create another tag in a similar style of this one. Okay, so I think we've reached the end of this video. In part 3, we're going to make the cover, of course, and also add the last finishing touches for the folio. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider liking, subscribing to my channel, leave a comment down below, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!